In response to full power Pepe absolutely dominating YCS Atlanta, Konami took drastic action by doing something they had never done before. The first ever adjusted list was announced on February 3rd, 2016, set to go into effect on February 8th, the day after YCS Atlanta had concluded. Performage Plushfire, Performage Damage Juggler, and Teller Knight Ptolemaeus were now banned from official tournament play, while Performage Skullcrabat Joker, Performapal Monkey Board, and Luster Pendulum the Draco Slayer were now limited to 1 copy each. As a result of the new adjusted list taking effect, players now had to revise Pendulum to see if it was still playable, revisit older strategies such as Cosmo, or even explore newer strategies such as Monarch and Phantom Knight that were released immediately after Breakers of Shadow but were completely outclassed by full power Pepe. In this series, both MBT and myself will be traversing the sands of Yu-Gi-Oh's history. Each episode will take a deep dive into Yu-Gi-Oh's past formats and unlock new strategies as new sets become available. Strap yourselves in because anything is possible. Welcome to the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! If you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code CIMO5. And clicking the TCG Player affiliate link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content.
As mentioned last episode, the February 2016 UDS Invitational was a wild tournament for a number of reasons. One of those reasons was this deck, Phantom Knight. If you're familiar with Phantom Knight, it's probably in the context of how powerful it is in the TCG and Master Duel, where it's a powerful, combo-oriented setup machine that basically just makes link material ad infinitum. But there was a period in which it was one of the premier control decks in the format, and that period was February of 2016. The newly released Wing Raiders set had these cards in it: the Phantom Knights of Breaksword, Fogblade, Ragged Gloves, Ancient Cloak, Silent Boots. Cards we know as extenders then were setup tools for this incredibly powerful deck. Eventually, this deck would become what we know as PK Fire or Burning Abyss Phantom Knight, but even from the get, it was clear that these cards had legs. That was proven at this tournament by 2 duelists who made top 8 with this strategy: the one, the only Jeff Jones, and the one, the only Chalice Slime Monthly Player of the Year 2020, Mount Fuji, both playing, I believe, the exact same 41 cards. This list is a bit of an enigma. While it has the ability to do huge lethal combos almost out of nowhere, it's also completely comfortable pretending it's 2013, making a Phantom Knights of Breaksword, setting 3 or 4 trap cards and hoping for the best. It also has some hilarious interactions with some cards that are stunningly still legal. Vanity's Emptiness, for instance, can be protected by a Master Key Beetle that is being made with material that was once under Phantom Knight Breaksword and then is reborn by its effect. There's a beautiful picture of Mount Fuji sitting across the table from a Monarch duelist, smiling at the camera with a Master Key Beetle protected piece of Mask of Restrict. What a fun format this was. Anyway, let me walk you through the individual cards. The Phantom Knights are incredibly powerful. Ancient Cloak, Ragged Gloves, and Silent Boots are the only ones we had during this period, but they are enough. Silent Boots, if you control a Phantom Knight, can be specialed from your hand, and you can banish it from the graveyard to add a Phantom Knight's spell trap from your deck to your hand. The Phantom Knights of Ragged Gloves, if it's part of a Dark Xyz monster, gives that monster 1000 attack, and can be banished from the graveyard to send a Phantom Knight's card from your deck to the grave. And the Phantom Knights of Ancient Cloak can, very importantly, give a dark monster on the field 800 attack to add a The Phantom Knights card from your deck to your hand. At this point, this referred to, I believe, exclusively the monsters, as the spell traps are named Phantom Knightses, not The Phantom Knightses. I hate these little linguistic tricks that Konami uses to balance decks. Phantom Knight's Fogblade is, of course, the premier piece of negation for the archetype. It negates a monster's effects and prevents that monster from being targeted for attacks. Phantom Knight's Sword prevents a monster from being destroyed by battle or card effect and gives it 800 attack, and Phantom Knight's Wing does the same thing, but the monster only gains 500 and it doesn't stick around. All of these cards can be banished from the graveyard to reborn a Phantom Knights monster that is stuck there, meaning after you got use out of a Phantom Knights of Breaksword via its own effect, you could bring it back with one of these to push for a huge amount of damage. It also made it one of the premier decks at wielding Downard Magician, able to rank it up onto almost anything after a powerful monster had been reborn. Outside of that, it's just all of the old suspects. Rank 3 enablers like Speedroid, Terratop, and Takatomborg, alongside one copy of Speedroid Tri-Eyed Dice for when you didn't really need your normal. Mathematician is fantastic in this deck as it can send literally any Phantom Knight card from your deck to the graveyard. Super Quantum Blue Layer is in here as an emergency teleport target that never turns off the E-Telly. Once it goes to the graveyard, it can just shuffle itself back in. And Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit released during this period is also not a bad target for this spell. It feels weird to be talking up a 3-axis deck that aims to make a monster set 4 and pass in the year of our Lord 2016, but this deck truly bucked tradition. As mentioned earlier, it would eventually evolve into a powerful combo strategy, but for now, it's capable of playing safe. In the extra, we've got almost exclusively 3s. Dante is in here, powerful rank 4 dark monsters you can make off of the Phantom Knights of Breaksword's effect, Tri-Edge Leviah, Utopic Future, Master Key Beetle, Nightmare Shark, Leviah the Sea Dragon, Evil Swarm Nightmare, and the side deck is just powerful continuous traps you can protect with Master Key Beetle to prevent your opponent from actually doing anything. System Down is in here for Cosmo, Maxi is in here for Pendulum, and Magic Deflector is in here just to irritate anyone who might be playing Rogue. I'm going to throw it over to Alex, and he's going to talk to you about another deck that saw a ton of development at this tournament.
Gee, who could have possibly seen the outcome from the previous episode? Not me. I never would have seen that coming. I hate this. So we're back playing another deck that is very similar to the deck that we played last episode, for different reasons though. We are running back Cosmo once again. This is with the post Breakers of Shadow support, and this is one of the most important waves of support for this deck. I mean, you may think it's kind of hard to top something like Dark Destroyer, but when you read a card like Cosmo Tin Can, you may realize, oh, this is actually insane. So you know Cosmo to this point because I've played this deck multiple times, and so let's go ahead and do the card by card. So we've got triple Veiler, triple Dark Destroyer, still as powerful as ever for obvious reasons. Dogfighter is a new one. This card's kind of funny. So once per turn during the standby phase that counts your opponents, you can special summon a Dogfighter token, which is a machine type dark level 6, 2000 attack, 2400 defense. So it's basically just a clone of this exact card. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effects sent to the grave, you can banish it, special summon a level 5 or lower Cosmo from your deck. So the whole idea of Dogfighter is just to summon a bunch of dudes to the field very quickly and just be able to hit your opponent for a ton of damage. Not super likely to come up, but it's nice just to have this as a one of. In simplified game states, Dogfighter can get out of hand actually quite quickly. So that's why this is here. We got triple Farm Girl, double Forerunner, a Good Witch, triple Slip Rider, triple Tin Can. This is the card I feel like really brought this deck all together. So it's a Psychic, which means we are able to get this with E-Telly, just like with something like Farm Girl. And quick effect, we can banish this to summon a level 2 or higher Cosmo since it is a level 1. And its other effect says once per turn during the end phase, you can pay 500 life points. And remember, it says during the end phase, not your end phase. Reveal 3 Cosmo cards with different names from your deck. Your opponent randomly picks one for you to add to your hand, and you send the rest to the graveyard. So why this is so important is because you're able to pick Dark Destroyer, Forerunner, and Slip Rider, or basically just Dark Destroyer. That's all that matters anyway. You have a 33% chance for Dark Destroyer to randomly go to your hand, but if not, it goes to the graveyard, which honestly doesn't matter because you're playing triple Call the Haunted and Oasis of Dragon Souls, so you kind of want it there because it makes it so that Dark Destroyer is even more accessible than it otherwise would be, and Tin Can just tag out for his effect for any of the ships regardless, so this card is fantastic for this deck. We're also on 2 Wicked Witch. Wicked Witch is just a really annoying card. I'm a very big Wicked Witch fan because of like how annoying this card truly is to deal with, and like think of this card like in Seal. This would be nuts. So that's it for the Cosmos. These spells include triple Emergency Teleport, which can get not only Farm Girl, but of course the Tin Can. We have triple Cosmo Town, which is just as good as ever, and double Upstart Goblin. And then for the traps, we have triple Call of the Haunted and Oasis. Like I said, we're just trying to get back Dark Destroyer with this. Triple of the newly released Cosmojo. This is a nice card for multiple reasons. So it says target a Cosmo monster you control, that's the cost, destroy it, and if you do, banish one card your opponent controls or in their graveyard. You can only use one Cosmojo per turn. So what's nice is that you now have an option for removal to banish stuff that you don't really want seen going to your opponent's graveyard. For instance, especially in the mirror match, it really sucks because Dark Destroyer is really hard to deal with. But now with Cosmojo, you have a clean out to it, making the mirror match a little bit more bearable. But against other decks as well, where there's anything you really just don't want to send to the graveyard, Cosmojo is a clean answer for that. It also banishes any card, and it also happens on resolution, and it also doesn't target. So, I mean, it's going to be hard for your opponent to know exactly what you're going to be going after. Just a fantastic card. And not to mention, it destroys the Cosmo monster, meaning that if you destroy a big ship, you are then able to then special summon a monster off of that, meaning you didn't really lose much in that exchange. You're actually going to come very far ahead by comparison. The last trap cards include Solemn Strike and Solemn Warning because these are fantastic includes in this deck just to be able to control the pace of the game and make sure that you are going to be able to get in with all of your your Cosmos. The only thing you have to be a little bit concerned with is the fact that you might pay a lot of life points for some of these effects, like Tin Can, like Farm Girl and the like, as well as Cosmo Town. So the strike and warning threshold can sometimes be out of reach, but, you know, it is what it is. I guess on the plus side, you have Forerunner to be able to actually activate these again after you've already gone below that life point threshold. But in any case, the extra deck has double Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon because with Cyber Dragon and Cyber Dragon Core for the mirror match, we just need to have this in here. Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon is very funny. We have Dweller, Castel, a Pleiades, an Infinity to pair with our Nova, Dark Rebellion Exceeds Dragon, Cowboy, Gaia Dragon, a 101, a Lancelot, that's kind of neat, Volcasaurus, and Heartland Drago. Honestly, you're probably not really going to be using the extra deck very often with this deck, but I mean, it can come up. That's why you just have this in here just in case. The side deck, we have the aforementioned Sidra and the 2 core, MST and Twin Twister, as well as triple anti-spell. We just need all the Pendulum and back row hate that we can possibly get. Double Mask of Restrict for the Monarch matchup because Erebus actually pairs quite well up against Dark Destroyer since it doesn't target and it shuffles it back into the deck. So having that as a way to just stop your Monarch matchup basically means you win the game. Double Mystical Ref Panel. I think during this time there was like a moment where Ref Panel was really hyped for some reason, and so some people were trying this out. This happens every once in a while with Yu-Gi-Oh! And then it just goes away, never to be heard from again. We have a Skill Drain and a Storming Mirror Force as well. So let's see if we can run Cosmo to a victory. Have I even won with Cosmo once? I did actually, I think I'm 50%. I think I won the first time and lost the second. But in any case, I love Cosmo. It's a lot of fun, and hopefully we get to show off what this deck can do. So ladies and gentlemen, let's not make you wait any longer. It's time to do it. Well, Joseph, I am fittingly wearing the shirt of shame again this episode. I wore it last time because I figured with all the cheating I did with Luster, it was fitting. But last time, I was playing Monarch, and that was my fault from the beginning that I should not have played that deck. So here we are, back to Cosmo, so the comments can complain for the third time that I'm playing this deck incorrectly. And you're playing a deck we have yet to see.
That is very true. This is a deck you will not see also. So here's what's going on. Firstly, I'm really glad that you got off that bricky, terrible, overrated dog water archetype, and now you're playing Cosmo.
A bricky, overrated dog water archetype. The decks are like the same too, right? Like Farm Girl is Edia, Dark Destroyer is Erebus. Like they're the same cards for the most part, except
it's really funny that all the decks bricked in the same way this format. But no, yeah, I'm playing a deck that we haven't seen yet. It's a Phantom Knight, but it's not really Phantom Knight. It's a Phantom Knight Burning Abyss. Just at this period, people hadn't figured out that you still should be playing the Burning Abyss cards.
I see. Yeah, it's interesting that, like, the last couple episodes we've talked about this, but Wing Raiders and the Monarch Structure deck both came out before Breakers of Shadow and before we got to Full Power Pepe. But no one cared about that because Full Power Pepe was going to ruin everything anyway, and it did. And now here we are in post-adjusted list format. I think this is actually maybe an exact match we're going to be replicating from the UDS Invitational in LA at this time, so that's kind of cool. And I'm playing the deck that won, so hopefully that means good things for me.
Yeah, I just love playing PKBA before Beatrice came out. But hey, you know, whatever. No
hey, 3 Phantom Knight decks actually topped this event, I'm almost certain, which is kind of crazy.
It was the dark horse of the tournament, yeah. I do remember this happening, and like overnight, Breaksword became like a $60 card. It was a blast.
Yeah. Good time. So let's go and shout the patron. It is Cyber. Thank you for the support, buddy. I'm going to roll a die. Do you have the hand up?
I don't know. I guess, yeah.
I got a 4 for even.
I picked a 3 for odd.
Ooh, okay. Well, you get to go first.
Honestly, I don't think it really matters in this matchup, right? Like, we're both trying to get some sick OTKs on.
You have a lot of trap cards, though, so that makes me a bit worried.
I do have a lot of trap cards. Oh,
right.
My God. This deck is terrible. All right, we are going to go 1, 2, 3.
I'll draw. Now, Joseph, anything in standby, first of all.
No.
Remember how we talked about this deck being a bricky mess? I'm going to activate Cosmo Town.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
I'm going to activate Cosmo Town to mulligan. I'm going to, if that's okay.
Oh, yeah, I got nothing to say about that.
I will shuffle back 1 card.
Yes.
Please. Please, please, please. What did I do? What did I do to deserve this? Okay. You know, I like your play so much I'm gonna return.
There's just no way. There's just no way. All right, I'll draw. Anything in standby.
No, I wish.
What could you even be playing as far as back row? Like, I'm legitimately at a loss for words. Okay, so it can't be E-Telly. So you would have jammed that shit.
Instantly. Yes.
It could be like 4 Call of the Haunteds and a strike. I guess you're playing like Cosmojo. I mean, okay, Foolish Burial.
That is perfectly fine.
I'm going to send the Phantom Knights of Ancient Cloak to the grave.
Okay.
How we feeling? Good?
You're good. Good. You may proceed.
Okay.
This is the first monster we've seen. Actually, that's not true. We saw Forerunner. It just went back to the deck. Just like on that artwork.
Correct.
It's just going back.
We are going to activate Twin Twister.
Okay.
Let's pitch Wing, and then we'll go 1, 2.
It is Cosmojo and Solemn Warning.
Oh, we did get one of the Solemns. That's something. Let's go Wing targeting Ancient Cloak.
Sure.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, that was almost the worst play of my life. Now that my Ancient Cloak is in attack position, I'll target my Ancient Cloak and switch my monster to defense. Is that okay?
That's fine.
All right, let's normal Ancient Cloak.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's make freaking Breaksword, Lois. Are we making Breaksword? Man, I want to make Dante, because, like, what if I hit Dante and then I hit, like, 4 guys? But it's fine. Let's just make Breaksword.
Thinking.
Yeah.
I will negate the summon with Strike.
Okay. Thinking how I'm getting out of this one. Okay. So, as you know, this card was not Exige summoned, so I don't get to trigger that. We'll go Ancient Cloak here. Grab a Phantom Knights card. I guess Silent Boots is probably the pick. Buddy, you better watch out for next turn, because, oh, goodness gracious. Oh my good golly.
This is probably exactly how the feature match went. We might be able to finally do something now. Let's run out Cosmo Wicked Witch.
All right, that is a card.
Try for battle.
Yeah, I'll take 19.
Attempt to activate her effect.
Pay cost. I do have this.
Okay, I figured. All right, we had to try. Second main, let's go Cosmo Town.
Yep.
I drew a Slip Rider off of the lovely Forerunner from last time. Oh, okay. Can't do anything. Go ahead. Oh, actually, I can use Cosmo Town.
I was gonna say we're not letting you get away with that twice.
Yeah. All right. Continue. Go ahead.
All right, stand by main. If you opened Strike, Warning, Cosmojo, you know, what am I to do?
What are the chances of me opening that? I mean,
probably like 100%, to be honest. This is an interesting one. Normal Ragged Gloves.
That's a good draw.
Yeah, it's okay. Special Silent Boots. We will make Leviair here. No, that's bad. We'll just make Breaksword again. Anything here? We will Breaksword, target my back row and your back row.
All the Haunted. That would require me to have monsters.
Mine was Wing. I'm going to banish Silent Boots here. We are going to grab Fog Blade.
Seems pretty good.
Do I want to Wing here? All right, we'll just go combat. Take 3.
I'll take it. You have 1,000 boost from the Ragged Gloves, for those who don't realize.
And then we will set a card. Could be quite literally anything. I mean, legitimately could be anything. Back to you.
All right. Fog Blade is kind of an annoying card for me to have to play through. I'm not going to lie. So we're going to do our best. Main one, I'm going to activate Cosmo Town. We are going to shuffle back probably everything. Let's just do 2.
Jesus. All right. It's just a completely different hand.
Okay. Not exactly what I wanted, I'll be honest. Normal Farm Girl. Set 1.
Yeah. Cool. Draw for turn.
Yep.
Stand by main. Okay, so if I go Breaksword, target Farm Girl, you tag out. You are hoping that, let's go Breaksword?
Targets.
I don't know. Let's go... There's only really one really bad outcome here. Let's go himself and back row.
This doesn't really work out for me, but I guess it's fine. I'll chain Cosmojo.
That works out okay.
So we will destroy my Farm Girl and banish your Breaksword.
Sure. We'll go Ragged Gloves here. We are going to send Silent Boots. He can send anything, right? Phantom Knights. Yeah.
Phantom Knights card.
So he can... All right, this is kind of crappy, but we can send ragged gloves with ragged gloves. Oh, hell
You
yeah.
can.
Yeah. All right, we'll do that. We'll go ancient cloak. Grab silent boots. We'll go wing, summon ragged gloves.
Yep.
Silent boots.
Got it.
Overlay. You know, I don't know. I really would like to make break sword. Trying to see if I can kill you here. So I go break sword. Oh, there's like a really easy line of lethal that I'm just missing. We'll go break sword. Let's go break sword effect. We'll target your Cosmo town and my fog blade.
And your fog blade. Then fog blade can like resurrect. I think I have to Veiler this.
Wow, that's bleak. Sure. I think I still might be able to kill you.
I figured. I mean, I have to try at least to not die.
This guy's only a 2 now, sadly. I think I'm just a little bit off. You know, I feel okay. Let's just get in for the 2. Back to you.
Fog blade, yeah. Oh, that game just felt so weird.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it seemed very winnable, but at the same time, we just like nothing was happening that game.
I was going to say, I promise my deck has combos. Like, there are combos.
Yeah.
Oh, just draw Cosmo Town twice. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. The problem is I don't really have like a ton. I guess I have some plays. Here's what we're going to do. Let's Cosmo Town. We're going to shuffle back a Slip Rider.
Okay.
That was not helpful. Okay, let's go E-Telly.
Me when I open the best card in my deck. Yeah.
Tin Can.
Yep.
Haven't seen this guy yet. This is a Psychic for some reason. We're just going to... It's kind of awkward because I, like, E-Tellied him, but, like, there's some things we can do still. I'm just going to set 1, and then we'll go to end phase and go for Tin Can effect.
Whoa, doesn't E-Telly banish this guy?
It does before, after?
No, you get to pick.
Yeah, I get to pick. I was like, I'm pretty sure how this works. I haven't played with this
I was setting you up.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Cosmo's the greatest deck in the history of time at abusing this style of effect. Cards that say, like, during the end phase, do this. They go, whoa, whoa.
They're just like,
wow, we're in the
yeah.
end phase. Let's do a little tin can.
We'll go Destroyer, Slip Rider. I kind of want to just do Dog Fighter because it's funny.
Honestly, I think the third one matters a lot less.
Because, like, I already picked the 2 that matter the most. Fuck it. We'll do Dog Fighter.
All right, you can have Dark Destroyer.
Okay.
Oh,
unfortunately, it's random.
Okay, oh,
Yeah.
Thank God.
Okay, so now E-Telly's attempting to resolve here. I am going to tag out with my Tin Can here in response.
Yeah.
So we'll get rid of him.
Sure.
We will go for kind of like that. I also kind of just like chillin'. I'll go Forerunner. Fuck it. Go ahead.
Standby main. All right, what are we doing here? You control a monster and I don't, idiot. So here's my Terror Top.
Hey, we get to see this guy for the first time.
All right, Terror Top effect. Who cares, you know? Let's grab Speedroid Tri-Eyed Dice.
Seems like a good card.
Yeah, it seems like a good card because I already have Takatomborg in hand.
Typical.
Whoops, you know, whoops. I actually have like an insanely funny line here. I don't know if it's any good is why I don't want to do it. I'm gonna normal summon Tri-Eyed Dice. Let's synchro summon Trishula.
You are not on what the fuck?
Is that okay?
Oh my god. No, it's not okay. Yeah, I don't have a fucking response to this.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I can't target your Cosmo Forerunner, which would be crazy if I targeted. So I'll go for the effect.
Sure.
Let's grab, I guess, fucking Forerunner, right? I can't imagine hitting the back row here. We'll grab Dark Destroyer. It gets it into, like, your Cosmo Town rotation.
Cosmo Town?
I think that's fine. Better than you having a... and then let's spin some dies.
See what we get.
This one.
It is a second Cosmo Town.
Damn. Okay. 27.
I'll take it.
I bet. All right. I don't know if that was correct, but it was very funny. So back to you.
All right. This is very funny.
Ah! No. That is very funny. Oh.
Okay. Cool. Draw. That is not what I wanted. Okay. Main one.
Yes.
I want to be very greedy here and get the Dark Destroyer, but the problem is I don't have a way to actually summon the Dark Destroyer.
If you do not summon the Dark Destroyer, I will fucking kill you. I will tell you right now. The hand is good enough.
I can clear the Trish. But I can't clear the Trish and get Dark Destroyer, which is... I could also gamble by just shuffling back this card that I have.
It could be anything.
It could be literally anything. That is not the play, because that just... I lose then at that point. We have to do the lame play. I'm going to Cosmo Town this tin can.
Boo. All right.
I'll take 100. Normal said tin can.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't get to use the effect of it, which would have been really nice. But instead, I'm just going to declare to tag out.
For sure.
It's another Forerunner.
Yeah.
It's enough to clear Trish.
We will Triad here.
It's not enough to clear Trish. Go ahead.
Stand by me. Oh, it might be because I did not draw what I needed here. I needed any guy and I didn't get it. Okay, no big deal. No big
The nice thing is Forerunner can't be targeted, so I think that's somewhat difficult for you to deal with, actually.
It is kind of a problem. Back to you.
Okay. Okay. All right. Stand by. Can I gain 1,000 life points?
Yes, you can.
Woo! All right. Main phase 1. Oh, it's Cosmo Town.
Yep.
I will take Tin Can again for a measly 100 life points.
Uh-huh.
Make sure I actually lose it instead of gain it. Let's go Tin Can.
Yeah.
Clear Tin Can.
What the fuck do you have? You drew something crazy off the top. I guess I'll solemn this.
Sure. Battle. I guess I'll take out Trish.
For sure. I'll take 100 here.
No triad dice for you this time, mister. Second main. Second effect of Cosmo Town.
Yeah.
It was Dark Destroyer.
Oh, thank God.
So
Jesus Christ.
figure I'll just try to get something else here. That's a good one. Go ahead.
Stand by main. Rhoda. I don't really know what I'm looking for here exactly. Let's get Ragged Gloves.
Okay.
Silent Boots. Ragged Gloves.
That's fine.
Let's make Breaksword.
There he is.
Well, shit. I didn't think we'd get this far. We'll do the Yoinky Sploinky to get him to 3. And then let's go combat.
It's gonna crash him just for the effect.
That's like
sure.
Well, he's at 3 here.
Oh, he's at 3K. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, you're good.
I'm deciding if that's actually the stupidest thing that I've ever done in my life.
Well, you almost did the stupidest thing with the Phantom Knights of Ancient Cloak in game 1. Yeah. So
we'll go in here.
This is what, 2?
Yeah.
Sure. I'll take it. Effective Forerunner.
That's fine.
We'll banish. Who do we want? Who do we want? So whenever I summon, you could presumably break sword.
Theoretically.
Which is kind of annoying. I'm gonna go for Wicked Witch.
Sure, that's annoying. Okay. Detach Silent Boots in main phase 2. We'll go Breaksword in the back row.
I will chain it. It's called a Hunt.
Oh, that's really bad. Sure.
I'll get Dog Fighter. Then resolves. Everything dies. New chain. You have chain link 1.
Yeah, we'll go Breaksword 1.
And I will go Dog Fighter 2.
Sure.
We'll banish this guy. You get your little dudes back. Who do we want? Who do we want? You're going to make a 4 of some kind, because these are level 4s now, right?
Yep.
Let's go for Tin Can.
Sure. All right, we'll overlay here.
Yep.
We're going to make Nightmare.
I see.
And then back to you.
End phase. Effective Tin Can.
Yep.
So we'll pay 5. See what we're getting. Dark Destroyer, Slip Rider.
Have you been paying 5 for these?
Yes, I have been.
I'm scrolling up. I don't see one other 5 that you paid ever.
I only did Tin Can once. Did I not pay the 5 that time?
No.
Oh, maybe I did. Okay, sure.
Well, that would have changed the entire outcome of the game.
Okay. Now I will resolve my Tin Can.
Yeah.
So we'll go 1, 2. What the hell else do I want for the other one? What's Nightmare's defense? Like 19?
1950.
19. Of course, it's 1950, so that's kind of annoying. Fuck it. Go Good Witch.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so fucked.
I really am.
Yep. All right. You can detach a material, change it face down. So that's just frustrating because it doesn't target. So I need to find a way to like bait that out preemptively. Sure. We'll go Cosmo Town.
Yeah.
We'll get Dark Destroyer.
Yeah.
Pay 8.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just tag out.
Mm-hmm.
Go for him.
Yeah.
And then effect.
I'll do the boy.
Okay. So I get set. You get destroyed. We'll put Wicked Witch to attack.
Yep.
We will go battle.
Yep.
19.
Uh-huh.
Then we'll go effective Wicked Witch.
Yep.
We will banish her for Dark Destroyer number 2.
Yep.
We'll use Dark Destroyer's effect. We will pop our other Dark Destroyer.
Yep.
Use the effect of the Dark Destroyer.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
Was the Trishula the wrong play? Yes. But in my defense,
It was funny.
It was really funny.
It was really funny. Honestly, it almost just completely caved me in.
Yeah.
So there is that.
I wish it had. All right. Well, you got to find it last time, so we'll E-Telly.
That's only fair. Yep.
We're getting Blueby.
Sure.
We will activate the effect of Blue Layer.
We didn't get to see this in the Monarch episode, but this card was also quite good.
All right, so we're not actually playing any targets for Blue Layer. It's just an E-Telly.
It's just a 3.
Yeah, there's
Sure.
nothing super sexy about this. Sorry. All right, we're going to normal summon Ancient Cloak. Let's remember to activate his effect so we can increase his attack by 800. All right, we're going to overlay here.
Sure.
I think I'm actually making Dante. This is like kind of weird, but yeah, I could make Breaksword, but to what end? We'll go Dante here. Dante for 3.
Pew, pew, pew.
3 good ones.
Okay, you got a gloves.
3 good ones. Okay.
Anti-spell fragrance.
We were hoping.
Sneaky,
we were
sneaky.
hoping. All right. We are going to... it's Stinky Foolish Burial here. We'll send Silent Boots, and then we'll banish it, and we'll grab a Fog Blade.
Sounds good.
All right. I'm going to set 2 and pass turn.
All right, Dante set 2. That seems very beatable.
Yeah, I know.
Let's try it. Main 1. Let's go. I will say the biggest problem right now is that Dante's ass is just too big.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy indeed. I know you have a Fog Blade in the back. Let's go E-Telly.
Ah, shit. Yours is a lot better than mine. Yep.
I will go for Mr. Tin Can.
Yeah.
I'm going to set 1. And then try for Tin Can.
All right. End of main, I'm going to Fog Blade.
Okay, I'm going to space the Fog Blade.
That's okay.
Okay. Attempt to go end phase for Tin Can.
It's just like, it's so high risk. And if the set card is called, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to Ogre here.
Ogre the Tin Can. Chain Tin Can's tag out.
Sure.
Effect. Let's get Slip Rider.
Okay.
And finish resolving Tin Can. This is a lot easier when the macro works. There we go. We'll go Destroyer, Forerunner, and I already have a Slip Rider. I want another one. Sure. Why not?
Sure.
Excellent. It's not what I wanted. New Chain, Slip Rider, pop the back row.
It's Sword.
Not ideal. All right. That's all for me. Go ahead.
Stand by. Dante for 3. Kind of annoying. We'll go Blue Layer in a new chain. Target himself, you know.
Sure.
Okay. Let's go Fog Blade, target Ancient Cloak. Let's go Sword, target Ragged Gloves.
That's fine.
Anything here? Let's make a Break Sword.
Thinking here.
Yep.
This is unfortunately fine.
Okay, we are going to gain 1,000. We're gonna Break Sword, target himself and the back row.
Yeah, we'll chain it. It's Mojo. So we'll target my Slip Rider.
And then what are you targeting from me?
I only target a Cosmo monster.
Right, what would you like destroyed or banished?
I will banish your Break Sword. Okay, Slip Rider effect.
Yep.
Who do we want? Tin Can seems kind of cool. Just get all the big ships out of my deck. He has to survive, though. You still have Dante. I should be mindful of that. Let's just go for Wicked Witch.
All right, let's go Ragged Gloves here. We're going to send Wings. Let's go Wings, target Ancient Cloak. E-Telly.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's grab Blue Layer.
It's back.
We're going to make Levier. We're going to go Levier effect, target Break Sword.
Baylor.
Ooh, that is a nice Veiler. Switch Dante to attack here. Battle.
I'll use Wicked Witch to protect her from battle.
Sure. You're good to go here.
Sure. Dark Destroyer off the top, please. That is not a Dark Destroyer off the top. Main 1. I kind of like this, so I guess we'll go for it. I'm going to normal Good Witch.
Yeah.
I'll just put Wicked to attack.
Mm-hmm.
Just take out the Levier.
Is E-Telly semied during this? Oh, I have all 3. That's fine.
Okay, that answers that question. Second main, I'm going to overlay for Castel.
Sure.
Just get rid of your Dante.
That's fine.
And that's it. Go ahead.
Oh, this is a bleak one. Huh? Oh, God. Okay. Fogblade, target, Ancient Cloak.
Sure.
I activate the effect of Ancient Cloak. All right. I will normal summon Takatomborg.
That is not ideal, but yeah.
No, it's not. It's greedy, but we have to try for it. We'll go Levier again. Target, Ragged Gloves.
Sure, no response.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
You got there.
Ancient Cloak. Grab.
Get boots.
Yeah, grab boots. Special boots. Overlay for Dante. Could you imagine? And then we'll go gain 1,000. Do I want to keep? No, I think it's just so greedy to do this. So this is the position I'm in. Detaching the silent boots allows me to get a fog blade, but if I don't detach the silent boots, but if I do that, I don't have 2 material engrave to potentially break sword later. I don't like that it's tricky. I'd prefer it to be easy. All right, so we can go. There's kind of a way I can have my cake and eat it too, but it's not very good. I'll just reveal that it's actually quite bad. I wish we had a 4 that could just detach for no reason. Oh, well, let's do that. Okay, let's go break sword, target, Castel. Break sword. We are dark locked. Overlay here. Master Key Beetle!
Oh my God. This is kind of annoying, actually.
Yeah, we're going to Master Key target the Levier. Banish Silent Boots.
Not bad.
No, it's not. We'll grab Fogblade.
Sure.
All right, this is 18 and 35.
Oh yeah, the Key Beetle gets the boost too because it's dark.
Yeah, right. Second main, I will set 1. Could be anything, and I'll pass it back.
So Key Beetle, target a card.
Wait, I literally have lethal. What am I doing?
Do you?
Yeah. All right, behold my incredible line that I just realized.
Okay.
All right. I will use Master Key Beetle detaching Ragged Gloves. Then use Ragged Gloves to send a Fogblade. And then Fogblade to bring back Breaksword. How did you get this low? Oh my God. After 10,000... This deck is too hard, man.
That's why we don't play it. That's why we play Cosmo instead. I think I was still dead anyway because there's a Farm Girl.
Oh,
my hand was just like Farm Girl, Wicked Witch, Slip Rider. It just wasn't going to be doing too much. Okay.
Weird one.
That was
very weird one.
Yeah, it was a lot closer than I was expecting. I was expecting like us to just like completely just blow out the other person.
Game 2 3 times in a row. Yeah, no, I mean these 2 decks shockingly are playing on pretty much the exact same plane, right? While I have the ability to do a big combo pop off like I did right here once I had figured it out after 45 minutes, and you have the ability to do a big combo pop off like. Farm Girl for Dark Destroyer pop itself for, you know, a pilot for ship, do like 10 million in one turn. A lot of the time we were just like setting 3 and like sitting on a guy. Like you, Tin Can, me, Break Sword, and being like, yep, go for it.
Yeah, and it's tricky though, right? Because like we had a lot of interaction between the 2 of us that we had to manage very carefully when we were going to use our effects. Because like with Solemn Strikes, with Fog Blades, with Veilers, all these different layers of negation that we had going for us. Like once we had that opening, that was when we could just completely go off. And I guess it was fun to see that from both of our perspectives, just using different decks. Both E-Telly decks too, which is quite funny as well. But yeah, Cosmo, we got to see the new edition of Cosmojo, which is kind of a neat card just because it allows you to banish opponents' cards, which outs a lot of very annoying things. It doesn't target either, which is quite
great for the mirror.
So mirror match, it's very important. Usually the Cosmo mirror match is absolutely atrocious, but this card makes it slightly more bearable as a result. You could take care of things like Break Sword in this matchup, or just anything that you just don't want going to the graveyard, but it's also just not even monsters. It can take out back row as well, which sometimes can be pesky for this deck to deal with, while simultaneously triggering your ships if you happen to have a ship with Cosmojo, which is pretty nice. That's really it, though. I mean, the deck also got Dogfighter, which, like...
Yeah.
He's funny. I've used this card a few times. It's kind of funny when you have all these like Dogfighter tokens out because like they're just giant and they can actually get in a lot of damage, but it's kind of just a gimmick. That aside, I think the best thing that this deck got was Tin Can, and you could really see why. It sort of just sets the whole deck in motion because you really don't care what the ad is. Ideally, you would like Dark Destroyer just because you can guarantee to summon it if you don't have Call of the Haunted or Oasis of Dragon Soul. But even if you don't, it doesn't matter because then you have one in the graveyard, which means it's easy for you to get back with those cards once you do eventually see them. There's just plenty of ways to recur it. Tin Can is just the starter that this deck always needed. It just didn't come until 3 sets into the release cycle.
Tin Can opens up so many new avenues of play in the coming weeks. Obviously, Emergency Teleport is crazy in this deck already, but gets much better when it has like flexibility going first. It also opens up a variant of Cosmo that I like in a couple of months called Demise Cosmo, which would play the card of Demise that's released in like the Ancient Millennium pack or whatever it's called. A lot of stuff you can do just because of the way this card is specifically worded. The Phantom Knights, weird series of cards. The focus of a very popular deck in Phantom Knight that was represented almost exclusively by professional players at this event, and it's not hard to see why. It's like a style of deck that to me feels a lot like Mermail in like 2014. Like it's one where you just kind of have to have like an intuition, a game sense about what you're meant to be doing that clearly I am lacking. And
we're both lacking.
Yeah, but the monsters themselves have a lot of promise. Ancient Cloak can add any guy, like Silent Boots, who can add a trap. Ragged Gloves is like quick reanimation. Breaksword is one of the most powerful cards ever printed. He's just shockingly strong. The 3 pool is super expansive during this period.
Terror Top.
Yeah, Terror Top's in here. It gets to play E-Telly for Blue Layer, which was very common during this period in all decks, including ones that usually don't use the extra deck. If memory serves, this is really the only tournament where Phantom Knight, like this build of Phantom Knight, was taken seriously.
Right.
While it was expected and a huge meta threat during this period, I mean, the top 8 has like 3 copies of this list. While this deck was very popular, it was even piloted by Jerome McHale at this event. It unfortunately was nothing compared to its brethren, which is Burning Abyss, another very competent rank 3 strategy that was very popular around this time and became a lot stronger once Beatrice released, the Kaijus released. Suddenly all these terrible matchups like Cosmo are completely manageable. You know, despite that, Breaksword and all of the main deck monsters and Fogblade do see pretty consistent play from their release until honestly present day, right? Like, to this day.
You have to think about it in the context, though, right? Like, both of these decks looked fine. I mean, like, in terms of, like, power level, these were, like, pretty evenly matched, I would say.
Yeah.
But think of this in the context of a format where full power Pepe is running around. These decks, even though they're above the power curve and obviously garnered plenty of spots after the adjusted list and everything, it's still just hard to imagine, like, people still trying to experiment with, like, other decks, like, in comparison to, like, full power Pepe prior to the adjusted list. So you have to think that, like, why would you play anything like this when full power Pepe is still around? Then the adjusted list comes in all of a sudden. A deck like this, which you could argue is basically level 3 like Pepe to a degree, because it kind of has a lot of similarities in terms of the combos, right? You're summoning a bunch of dudes, just ending on a bunch of Xyz. Instead of strikes, you're searching Fog Blades. Like, there is a lot of reasons why people would love this deck, and will continue to once we get to PK Fire or Burning Abyss Phantom Knight, which actually sees tons of play once we get to the NAWCQ around this time, I believe. But nonetheless, these cards are not going anywhere anytime soon, especially stuff like Speedroid Terror Top. We're going to be seeing a lot of him in the future.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're exactly on point here. My game plan game 2 was like, you can't walk over Dante. Like, your game plan game 3 was like, I don't want to pop your face-up Slip Rider because it will give you too much advantage. Like, that's really, really funny to think about in the context of, sure, I'll just make Ignister, get it back in the deck. Anyway, you know, but, you know, that's the format.
So guys, that's going to wrap it up for another video. I really hope you all enjoyed. Let's go ahead and shout the patrons for all of their continued support. So shout out to Shadow1317, Tim00x3, Moto, MBT Play Madolce, Cameron Smith, Pony Stark, Part 2, The Synchro Guide, Dan Manhoben, Phoenix the Immortal, Dixon Yamada, Draconic, Jordan Coons, Iron Bladesman, Jesse Wood, Chris Hood, Valen Jackson, Little Fadeleaf, Dylan Hunter, Cody Brett's Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Carlos DT, Flannel Daddy, Hornet, and Unitaisho. Thanks for the sleeves, Dad. Max, Matthew Brady, Twinkle Muncher, Dalton, Luabon, Yodabon. I've tried reading cards before. It was horrible, and my guinea pigs had to get me therapy. Helios515, Simo's Chaos Cooking Draft, Cheeks McLapperty, Stolfin Amethyst, Nim Noodle, Malabranch of the Burning Tunnels, Wonder Waffle, MBT Cancel Bio Community soon, Cancel Bio Committee soon, Cancel Bio Player soon, Sakura-san, Shrugzix, The Crystal Beast Enthusiast, ITF, Corvain, and True Dragon Gaming. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next time.